Hello, everyone. I'm back with another episode today. It's been a while. So today I'd like to discuss a little bit about identity slash comparison, something that I specifically have struggled with, being in environments of, say, neurotypicals or people who are more socially aware than me. So I did discuss a little bit in previous episodes about socialization, why it's important. So I'm going to discuss a little bit about um, my situation and the struggles with socialization and why, for example, um, why I withdrew socially when I did. I just want to see if maybe start a discussion and perhaps encourage others of us who are on the spectrum who want to withdraw because of the difficulty of fitting in. So with me, it's I would say over the past decade, I've started to pay more attention to it recently. So I would be in environments of people who don't have the same struggles as me with high social and emotional intelligence. People who know what to say at the right time, very witty, have good influence. And I would start to compare and look at where I am, look at where they are. And I would get upset because I would see how easily they pick up on social cues and how witty they are, like they know what to say at the right time versus where I'm not as good at that. And I would say, try to imitate them and it would fail. It would, what I say would come out wrong. And when that happens, I'd get discouraged and withdraw without, instead of recognizing that I need to work harder to improve on myself and social cues, I decided to take the easy path out and just withdraw. So therein lies what I would call the demon of comparison. Comparison. It's very, very dangerous because you start looking at other people and what they have and comparing it to what you don't have, and then what happens is you miss out on your gifts. So yeah, those people might have strengths that I don't have socially, with communication influence, but we on a spectrum have other types of strengths. Like I, for example, may be good with focus prayer, right? And just an example of different gifts like that. And I kind of want to encourage those who are in a similar place where you just want to withdraw because you don't think you fit in, or worse yet, if you get upset because you think that you're deficient versus that you're more deficient than others. So something that I believe the Holy Spirit revealed to me recently is the importance of who we are. We are unique selves. Each and every soul, you and me, are different from every other soul that's ever been created, past, present, or future. We have a very unique imprint, unique DNA. We were created with a unique personality. So we may sometimes I look at being on a spectrum, having hearing loss and these other things as defects that stop me. But really, they're a very unique part of my journey, a very unique part of the specific path I'm on. And once you start looking at other people's paths and you start to imitate or try to imitate what they're doing, you basically veer off your path. And when you veer off your path, like when you go hiking, you try to bushwhack through the woods, you don't see what's in front of you. And before you know it, you might run into a wasp nest that would have been visible, for example, had you been hiking on your trail. Maybe there was, for example, a hole in the ground or a pitfall or a cliff that should have been visible if you stayed on your path. That's just an example of how I relate to what happens when you forget when you forget about your path and start focusing on other paths. You're eventually going to stumble. You're eventually going to fall. So this is something that the Holy Spirit's been revealing to me recently. It's not something I paid a lot of attention to. I always knew that socialization was difficult. I knew the importance of it. But once I started looking back over really my entire life of why I've chosen to withdraw, it gets to the point where I start to compare, or I start to look at what I said wrong, what I did wrong, or what I didn't do, and decide it's too hard to just give up. And then the result of that, as I've discussed previously, was that all that isolation, just depression, loneliness, anxiety. You start to fall into bad behaviors. Like um, fallen into drinking more to deal with the difficulties of being lonely, anxious, and depressed. It's just not a good path. So really, my point is that for those of us on the spectrum, the demon of comparison, very, very bad. I call it a demon because really what it is Satan lying to you and telling you, look how good they have it and look how bad you have it. When realistically we have so many gifts that we can look that we don't realize we have every day. Just the fact that we're able to get up in the morning, the fact that we have vision, the fact that we have hearing, we have good food to eat, we have a shelter, we have clothing, a church community, say a car to drive, a job that pays the bills. You know, if once we start looking at all these blessings, then all those other deficiencies really start to fade out. So that's something where I've been looking. That's something that I've been starting to understand recently, and I'm just hoping it'll encourage somebody else out there, someone who's either on a spectrum or even those who aren't on a spectrum who have a difficult time with, comparing yourself to others, trying to be like others, and not focused on your path. So love you guys. Thanks for listening in. Please subscribe for more videos. I will see you guys next time.